What is up, guys? The new Bonnie here, and today I've got a very special guest joining us on the channel today.
I'll do a little jump.
Oh my goodness, is that Grammy award-winning Blue Body?
Where the fuck am I?
Anyway, guys, today we're going to be talking about music production specifically. As I'm sure all of you know by this point, because I've been blowing it up so much on social media, I have finally gotten my music to go public. And I've got my shit on iTunes. It is out on Spotify, iHeartRadio, or God knows whatever you listen to. You will find it there. And it was mostly because of you.
Because of me?
Yeah. I saw you finally got your shit uploaded, and I decided, okay, yeah, I really need to get on top of this since I've been doing it for 4 years now.
So I'm your competition.
Basically.
I'm better than you.
Anyway, this is Blue Body Austin. Oh, God.
Hello.
Sounds weird calling you Austin.
It does.
Yeah, but don't you fucking talk to me like that on my channel. But anyway, we met back in Germany pretty much, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Pretty much met in Germany. Didn't even know that he was in the same unit as me until we got down there and we were knee deep in the shit together. And we kind of just started
fucking killing Nazis.
I think I kind of just liked whatever music you were like vibing to out in the field, and somehow I introduced my stuff to you, and then you told me you wanted to start. Was that it?
Something like that.
Something like that. I don't remember.
I've killed a lot of brain cells since then, so I'm not sure.
But here we are today. We have two very, very different genres of music that we both make. But I think we still share kind of the same wavelength when it comes to thoughts on music.
So basically, my music is better than yours.
You're not wrong. No, without a doubt.
I'm kidding.
I'm not. But nonetheless, it was a huge moment in, I think, both of our music careers. And seeing our stuff actually go public and be available everywhere to everyone. So we're here to talk about it, sort of, now that it's kind of blown up. And I figured, why wouldn't I do a Bonnie Banter over this? And why wouldn't I include you?
Because I'm annoying.
Not wrong again. Smart boy. So, I've always had the impression that music is both an art and a science, and that it takes a lot of creativity to do, and it takes a lot of thinking for, stuff like dubstep where you have to break down each and every piece, and you have to figure out how it's going to shape together, or how this piece goes with this sound, and you figure out new sounds through each and every, so you learn through each and every song that you make. That's why I've never taken down any of my shit, even though I know some of it sucks, is because I've learned from it.
Right. I agree with that. At our level of professionalism, which is down here,
way down there,
it's it's a double-edged sword, because on one side you're still trying to figure your shit out, and you, like, when I started out, I didn't know what kind of music I wanted to make, and I just kind of like got to working with a laptop and a guitar and shit, and something came out. But like that's the downside, is that like you really have no idea what you're doing. And there's not really a lot of outlets for help, because not a lot of people are interested in music production. But the upside is that there's no pressure to make anything specific. Like, it doesn't have to be up to any standard. It just has to be you know what I mean?
No, I feel that, because I haven't had too many interactions with people that actually really like making music. I've done one collaboration one time, because it was someone that was able to rap really well from my high school, and he was a childhood friend of mine. And I thought he really killed it, and I wanted to do more stuff with him, and I figured branching out, kind of hooking up with more small, really, really small, like fucking algae at the bottom of the fish tank artists would eventually help to like grow everybody.
Right.
So it's good to make these smaller connections at these super early stages, because this is literally just the first step, is getting something published and someone saying, yeah, I like that. Do more of that.
Definitely. That's like, you just got to get it out there, and then you just have to have the right people hear it. I guess.
And I think that you were kind of better set off knowing that you can play guitar, and that you had a laptop to work with, because I've done everything from my phone. Everything. Like, it's all been on GarageBand, using Apple loops, getting fucking copyright strikes because of it, because they're available to everybody, even though I try to edit them down. Yeah, I don't know. And it's a weird question to think about, but I've also asked myself, like, what makes somebody a musician? Because for someone like me, all I do is I take the loops and I'll edit them, I'll find out what sounds work together, and I'll make a song out of it. But does that make me a musician? Or when my stuff wasn't able to be purchased, does it still make me a musician?
I mean, by definition, yeah. Like, if you're creating music, like, you're modifying those sounds to have them fit the aesthetic of your song. So, there's still a level of, like, musical taste and dedication, because it's a lot of trial and error. You gotta mix different sounds together and see what works, and out of everything, like, some stuff's gonna sound like trash, and, like, sometimes it gets frustrating because, like, you just can't find something that sounds the way you want it to sound.
What would you say is, like, the hardest part of making music? Like, when you're making a song, what's the most difficult obstacle you've had to overcome so far?
Knowing when to stop. Like, I've been a perfectionist about it, and, like, I've been trying to, like, spit the songs out fast and, like, give myself deadlines, because if I don't set a deadline for myself for a release date, then I'll just keep working on it until, like I don't know what the end goal is, but, like, there's just always something that needs changed, and, like, it'll be that way with every song that everyone uploads as a musician. Like, you'll upload it, and then you'll listen to it, and you're like, I could have changed that, I could have made that better.
Yeah, and there'll be people that say, like, yeah, this sounds really good, but you'll always be questioning, like, yeah,
Right.
could I have done something better?
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's been vocals. I've known it since, like, the day I started, that songs need to have words, even though the music that I listen to, the music that I make, is electronic, and it doesn't use many vocals. Finding words is so freaking difficult, and finding people who can sing is even more difficult. Especially, I'm a monotone dude. I can't sing. I can't use auto-tune either.
So I'm not a good singer. The key is, like for me, is just finding, like, a vocal effect that works with the song. I lost my train of thought. Finding the right lyrics is hard. Not only something that rhymes, but something that has good rhythm. Like, each syllable is important. So, like, yeah, maybe it rhymes, but, like, it doesn't flow right with the song.
Yeah, I've come up with that because I've had to do what was the song? Break the Silence. I wanted to do a song where it was just heartfelt, and it was about telling people that there is help out there for them, no matter how they're needing it. And I thought I could just use just words instead of actually trying to sing it, and just kind of rhyme and have like one hook after another.
Oh yeah, that's
and
tricky.
That just did not work at all. I tried.
Right.
And I was like, fuck no, I gotta get on YouTube and I gotta find some self-help stuff that's actually really meaningful.
So you just, like, put in samples?
Yeah, basically, if you take, like, a video converter and you can throw that in there and turn it into an MP3 or an MP4 file.
Okay.
And then you can load that into whatever your program you're using.
What I did I had a song called McFly that only ever, like, went out on SoundCloud.
Absolute fucking banger. I love that song.
Thank you, I appreciate that. How I did the samples for that, they were from Back to the Future, for audience context. I found the clips on YouTube, and then I hit record on my software, but I put the input value as my stereo mix, so it's recording everything that comes through the speakers. And then I recorded it like that, and then chopped it up from there.
See, because the way I started with that was I would take my iPad. I would get on YouTube because they didn't have screen recording for iPhones at that time. And so I would, like, put the mic next to the speaker of my iPad and play a YouTube clip and just record it. And then I'd have to edit that down. And if you edit it through the, I can't think of it, it's like the recorder for GarageBand. It does not work. You cannot edit it down because the second you take even a millisecond off, it cuts the entire audio out for no good
Really?
reason.
Is that just like a glitch? And
I don't know what it is, but you just have to fill in the gaps, or you have to roll with those gaps. So I think I want to say Black Suit Spider-Man, like the original, that original song was the first instance where I actually used that, and it sounds like garbage. But it was a learning moment, and then I figured out you could use screen recording. I downloaded screen recorders, and then my wife told me that I could just record the screen through the phone. There's an actual piece for it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Could have done this the easy way the whole time. What I usually do when I start to make a song, I think starting out is sort of the easy part, because sometimes you have these like epiphanies for sounds that you want, or for me, if I'm scrolling through, or if I'm looking through different packs on GarageBand, I can find a loop that sounds good, and I think, man, this is what I want to be the bass drop. This is what I want right here, and I just build off of that. Like, I'll build the drums in first, and I'll have fucking risers, synths and whatnot to build off of that. And once I have the bass drop put together, it's the rest of the song that's a huge problem, trying to put all that together.
Another tough part in that process is making sure that the music doesn't get too congested. Like, you don't want too many sounds going in the same range at once.
Yeah.
And that kind of sucks. Like, I've had to cut out a lot of cool parts from my songs just because it made the music too cluttered and hard to follow.
Yeah, that's what was that? So, like, most of the beginnings of my songs, I'd say almost every song I've ever made starts with, it'll be a synth, or it will be some sort of sound that is not drums. And then it'll play that synth, and then once it gets through its first iteration of 4 bars or whatever, it'll be another one on top of that, which will then lead into drums. And so it's one sound until it piles up as 3, and I want to make it sound better, like at least go 2 at a time. But then it sounds like you're just throwing sound all together at once, and it doesn't work.
So I think a mistake is taking a formulaic approach to it. I think that's a mistake that musicians use a lot, because that's pop music, that's country music, that's, I mean, blues, rock. Like, when I make music, I want to pioneer a genre, which is why I combined like the bluesy guitar stuff with the electronic drums. I'd never heard anyone do that before.
Yeah.
Like electronic drums, electronic synths, etc. I hadn't heard anyone do that before, and that's why I wanted to do it. So, like, following a formula when you're trying to pioneer a genre is not the way to do it. You can follow a formula for part of it, like the blues formula for guitar. It's basically just like, when I'm improvising a solo or something, the only rule is that it has to resolve. Like, it has to come back to that first note.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what octave, but it has to come back to the first note. I forgot what I was talking about. I don't think you can just say, like, yeah, I'm going to have the drums come in here, I'm going to have the keyboards come in here. Like, I feel like it's too easy to just be like, yep, starts out with a synth, and then the drums come in, and then it's the chorus. I don't think it's that simple. I think as a musician, it's your job to think outside the box, because that's what art is. It's how outside the box you can think. Like, how weird can you be? I mean, it goes like that for all art.
So there's only like not too many rules to dubstep, other than it has to be 140 plus BPM. Most of my stuff is like, it literally starts out at like 110, and then I might bump it up to 125. So a lot of my stuff is actually incredibly slow, and that's why I would call it more electronic or dance than dubstep, because dubstep is just absolutely fucking crazy.
Dubstep gets wild.
And as soon as you turn it from, because it's auto, it starts out at 110. So you have to go in and manually change it to 140. And as soon as you do that, every loop that you will listen to has been sped up. So it just sounds like there's crazy sonic fast shit happening in your ears, and you don't have a way to manipulate that immediately. You don't get to know what the original sound is like,
right,
until you keep like speeding it up or slowing it down until you find something that works. Music production is hard, and we are not professional music producers.
We're not professionals.
But we're starting.
We're starting a band.
I haven't been included yet, but you guys have something started.
I think once I get home, I'm gonna send you like the song without the drums, and then just see what you come up with.
That works for me. I can try and
Cool.
do something like that. Give me final words of wisdom before I kick you out so I can make my bed. We're at drill weekend,
Oh,
so
that's
I
where
gotta
we are.
make my bed.
Oh, shit.
Whoa, that's what that building is back there. Whack. Do you have any final words of wisdom for the kids at home?
Stream my EP. It's on all platforms. Blue Body.
Oh god, I can't wait to edit that later.
Are you gonna put a little sound effect for the wink?
I'm sure I will.
Awesome.
No, it's just gonna be zoomed in on your face at least.
Yeah. I also saw deer over there, and I was like staring intently at him while you were talking, but I didn't want to interrupt and be like, "Hey, there's deer." So you'll see that in the recording. Link to my artist profile. That'd be cool. And then also 9/11 was an inside job. Please don't actually put that.
Oh, I might.
I don't know what he's gonna do with this footage, but if he includes that part, he better also include this part.
That part gets cut out. Everything
what I'm
else
saying,
stays,
man.
but that doesn't.
Yeah.
There'll be links in the description to everything that he's made. If you want to go check out any of my stuff that I've made, I've got the Menagerie up on iTunes and all platforms. I have Freak Show up on all platforms, and there is a playlist. Look up the new Bonnie music. It's right here on my channel, and you can find all the shit that I've done and the remix that I just did of one of his brand new songs will all be down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I don't mean anything that I just said.